difficult choices. Each month, 34% of households served by the Feeding America Network have to make the choice between paying for food and paying for transportation to get to work or school. 31% of households have to choose between paying for medical care and paying for meals. And more than 27% have to make the choice to feed their family or pay for housing for the month. If you had to choose, what would you do? The Feeding America nationwide network of food banks serves every community in America, providing nutritious meals to people struggling with hunger. Together, we can solve hunger in America, so no one has to choose anything ahead of feeding their family. We know the face of hunger is changing. Your neighbor, your coworker, your brother, your grandmother. Every day, people around you could be struggling with those tough choices, and you wouldn't be alone. The Feeding America, Hunger in America 2014 study shows that 1 in 7 Americans turns to our network for help each year. That's more than 46 million Americans, including 12 million children and 7 million seniors. The people we serve have jobs, raise families, face health issues, serve our country, and seek education. Today's face of hunger is hardworking and hopeful. Underemployment, stagnant wages, and a rising cost of living have impacted these families and individuals. More than half of households served by the Feeding America Network report at least one person working in the past year. The person who has worked the longest is more likely to be employed part-time than full-time, and many are giving back to the country. 20% of households have at least one member that has served in the U.S. military. Our clients struggle with rising medical costs and ongoing health issues. 1 in 3 households has a member living with diabetes. 58% report high blood pressure, and 79% are purchasing cheaper, unhealthy food in an effort to provide enough food for the household. The median monthly household income of Feeding America Network clients is $927. Like an increasing number of Americans, the people we serve look to education to improve their lives. 19% of households report having an adult student in the home. With the support of the Feeding America Network, families and individuals have the fuel to make positive choices and work toward a better future. Through your neighborhood food pantry, local youth program, nearby senior center, or meal kitchen, the Feeding America Network is helping in your community. We believe everyone can choose to help create a hunger-free America. Individuals, charities, businesses, and government all have a role in ending hunger. Donate, volunteer, advocate, educate. Join us. Together, we can solve hunger.
So, what would you choose? 1 in 7 Americans are struggling with hunger every day. That equates to 46.5 Americans. 79% of Americans are choosing to buy unhealthy meals for their families just to provide something to eat on the table. Your neighbor, your friend, your coworker, even the person sitting next to you could all be struggling with hunger and you may not even know it. So, how can we stop this? By working together for those who struggle. There should never be a what if or I have to choose. There should always be the opportunity of food, transportation, a roof over your head, and even medical care. So it leads me to my big question. How can I give back to and better the community while doing something that I love? My answer is Strike Out for Hunger. Strike Out for Hunger was started by Allison Lebowski, senior softball pitcher at Harrison High School. The Strike Out for Hunger project focuses on raising money for those who are struggling with hunger. How to raise the money. So in order to raise money, I went to friends, family, teachers, and other community members asking for donations and pledges. And in order to raise the money, I had to compete with my opponents and throw strikes to strike them out. The pledges and donations could either be a flat-out rate or per strikeout. So for example, it could be $20 for a flat-out rate for the whole season, or 25 cents for per strikeout. And how to receive the money, I had to throw strikes, strike out my opponents, and just simple softball basics like that. So where does the money go? I am donating the money to the Community Compassion Network to help students in my high school and students around my area in different high schools. While the project is going on, I'm keeping the money in a safe. I'm not donating it until the whole project is completed. So this is a little bit of what I do. Every time I see community members come in and they get a meal or something to eat, just a little snack, they always have a smile on their face, and it warms my heart knowing that I can make a difference just by doing simple things. Volunteering at things like this has taught me a lot, but I wanted to do something more, something bigger, so this is why I took a step forward and did Strike Out for Hunger. When this project was brought to my attention, I knew that this was exactly what I wanted to do, so I started to raise money. So I had an interview with Mrs. Gilbert, who's an English teacher at our school. She is the director at the Community Compassion Network. She told me that there are many students in our high school and other schools around our area that are struggling with hunger every day. She also said that if I raised $800, I would be able to feed students in my area and my school for one whole week. In order to get the word out, I made Facebook statuses and Twitter updates informing people that pledged or donated, and even many others just about my progress and what I've done, how much money I've raised, so on and so forth. I've also posted flyers throughout the school just to let people know what Strike Out for Hunger is, how you can donate, and just mainly for the teachers to know. So far I've pitched in 17 games. So first off, I'm a pitcher, and I'm not exactly what you call a strikeout pitcher. My coach would attest to that. I throw drop balls and rise balls, which allows my opponents to strike out or to pop up or do ground out, so I like to let my defense work a lot. So I haven't gotten many strikeouts, but I've gotten 35 so far. My strikeout pitch is definitely my drop ball. And I had the opportunity to be interviewed after one of my softball games from Nate Schneider, who's from the Morning Sun. So this is just an article about my senior project and a little bit about what they asked me and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. So far I've raised, it's a little bit over $600 flat now. I've raised about $3.40 per strikeout. So with 35 strikeouts, that's about $119. And then add that to the 600, it's about $719. So as I said earlier, my goal is 800, which that means I have $81 left. And this week is districts, so I'm hoping to get a few more strikeouts. And since my article, I've gotten a lot more donations. So I'm pretty sure I have way more than $719, so I'm pretty close to my goal. How did I get this project done? With the help of my parents, my coach, Ted McIntyre, other friends, teachers, family, and community members. And especially my teammates. Whether it was just encouraging me out there or if I was having a bad game, they would all come in and give me some encouraging words, and they were just really excited that I was getting this project done. So what I have learned from this project, giving back to those who are struggling with hunger every day, they really do just appreciate the little gesture. Just because they don't have much or they can't afford much doesn't mean that they're not like everyone else. I've learned to become a better pitcher, how to motivate myself and dedicate myself more in the circle than I did previously. I learned to become a better leader. My teammates look up to me a lot more now that I'm doing something that's benefiting the community. They like that a lot more. And I also learned that nothing ever comes easy, but when you put your heart and your mind and your soul into it, anything is possible and you can achieve anything. But due to softball season still going on, my senior project will be continued, and money will not be donated or collected until the whole season is done, which hopefully is not for a while longer. So together, let's strike out hunger, one penny and one pitch at a time.
Questions or comments, Megan? Be brave. What was it like being interviewed for the Morning Sun?
It was pretty cool. I don't know, it was kind of nerve-wracking. I didn't really know much to say, but I mean, some of the things that were in quotation marks on the Morning Sun, I didn't really say. They kind of just put in my mouth, but yeah, it was kind of cool. Definitely a cool experience and fun to see myself in the paper and stuff.
Were you surprised when they approached you?
Yeah, definitely. I was just kind of talking to my friends, and people were like congratulating me because I pitched a good game, and then all of a sudden he came up and started talking to me. So.
It's awesome. Go ahead, Patty.
Is this something, regardless of whether it's a senior project, you'd like to see in the future, help us
our other pitchers that are on our team, and they're definitely wanting to do it in the future too. There's also a freshman coming in, I don't know if any of you know her, Oakley Maud. She'll probably be one of our main pitchers next year, and she is definitely a strikeout pitcher, and I talked to her about it, and she's definitely on board with doing it, so it's pretty cool that I got pitchers from Mount Pleasant to it too.
What a great way to combine your senior project with the things you enjoy doing like softball.
Yeah.
Nice job.